Welcome back, kindergartners. Today, I want you to start off by answering a question for me. Are you ready? What season are we in right now? Oh, what season? What is a season? Let's think about it. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. There are 4 seasons, right? So let's think about how we can identify certain properties, certain observations, certain characteristics that we might have to help us think about, and eliminate and help us guess, predict, right? Hypothesize what season it might be. So here in Wisconsin, we have snow on the ground in winter. Do you have snow on the ground at your house yet? Or not at all? So that might be a good identifier here where we live. But in other places around the world, they don't even have snow. Let's think about fall. In fall, we have leaves that change colors because we live in a deciduous forest. And we can harvest all our vegetables from a garden because it's getting cooler out. That's how we can identify fall here in Wisconsin. But did you know in other places around the world, in other states, they might not have trees that change color, and they might not have big old pumpkin patches that allow them to be able to harvest the types of vegetables and fruits that we can here in where we live, right? So leaves, okay, it's not changing leaves here, and thank goodness there's no more snow, but you never know here, because last week I had snow in my yard. But summer, think about summer. It gets warmer, and I can go outside all the time in my shorts and short sleeves and flip-flops, and I can go to swimming when it gets warmer. Guess what? I don't think it's summer yet. But did you know there's one more left? Spring, right? And guess what? It is spring. But we have to identify our seasons because of the days on the calendar. So we have to think about 4 seasons, and each of our seasons lasts about 3 months. And in the end of March, it just started spring. We have to wait until June, in the middle of June, until it's summer. And then we wait until the middle of September, and then it becomes fall. And then we wait until the middle of December, and then it's winter. My friends, we can identify different seasons, right, by characteristics that we might have in a given area that we live in. So today, I want to ask you another question. How come we get seasons? We have seasons because, of course, the earth is tilted and it makes, look at here, Mrs. Heinrich had to make an earth out of paper. Do you see this black right here? Our earth is tilted on an imaginary line that goes through the middle of our planet. It's called an axis. And the earth is tilted. It makes a yearly journey. Are you ready? Around the sun. These are 2-dimensional, aren't they, instead of 3-dimensional? But guess what? Mrs. Heinrich does not have a globe at her house. It's at school. So I had to make do, okay? So today, guess what? I even have a basketball. It's hard to see all of the different continents I put on here, but let's think if we can see that black mark. That's where we kind of live if this was the real Earth, okay? So we're going to do some demonstrations, okay? The Earth's axis is tilted. Do you see how these lines are like wonky and crookedy, right? So if I were to rotate it, okay, all right, we need to think about why, if the sun is pointing by the X, okay, is that going to be day or night? Let's think first of all, because we remember that from weeks ago. The sun is facing us, it's day, but if we are turned around and we're on the other side, it's night, and then it just keeps rotating. There we are again, day again, right? So that's how we get day and night, just a reminder. But how do we get seasons? Okay, so let's think about the earth as a big old campfire, okay? And the sun is the campfire, and we are the campers wanting to roast marshmallows. Okay, so here's the sun. Are you ready? Here's my marshmallow. Are you ready? Here's my marshmallow on my stick. And you know what? If I am leaning my stick toward the fire, right? The heat. It's nice and hot like summer because we're tilting our marshmallow closest to the heat. Summer's nice and hot, isn't it? Because here where we live, if we're leaning toward the sun, it's warmer. That's summer. If we're leaning straight up, the season after summer is fall. And guess what? Our marshmallow might get warm, but it's not going to get all toasty and brown or burnt, right? So we have up and down. We're close to the sun, but not super close as if we were leaning in. Okay, now let's think about it this way. Look at, here's winter. Oh, my poor marshmallow can feel or maybe even see the sun, or in this case, the campfire, right? But you know what? It's not going to get very warm on my poor little marshmallow, just like in winter here. We're leaning too far away to get the heat. Now, guess what? In spring, we lean back up again and we get somewhat close to our sun again and we start feeling a little warmth, right? But it doesn't happen until we lean toward the sun in summer again to feel that heat. So if I was a marshmallow and I was representing that marshmallow as us leaning toward the sun, it's going to be warmest on a marshmallow if we're closest to the fire, right? Just like if we're leaning closer to our sun, then we're going to be warmer, right? Like summer. When we lean straight up and down like spring and fall, guess what? It's warm a little, sometimes not. We get a little bit of the heat, but not always. Just like if our marshmallow was a little bit farther away, it can get a little warm, might get a little soft. We might get a little warm. We might feel the heat a little bit. We see the sun yet, right? We see the light, but not until winter. Ooh, we're leaning way far back from the sun. We're tilting far enough back. We're not going to feel the heat. We'll see the sun in winter, don't we? We see it's in the sky. We know it's out there, but we're leaning too far back to have it be warm enough for us. So there are 4 seasons, my friends. And when the sun is hitting us on our part of the globe, the closest, right? Okay, here we go. Another demonstration. Okay, if we are leaning, oh, let's see if I can get this now, all right? If we are leaning toward the sun, okay, summer, we're leaning straight up and down, fall or spring. If we're leaning back, it's going to be winter. Let's try it a different demonstration. Okay, we're leaning toward, you see how that the axis or the tilt is toward, that summer, fall and spring, and then tilted back is winter. So my friends, let's think about what's going on outside right now. It's getting a little bit warmer. The sun is heating up a little bit, but I want you to do a little experiment today. Okay, here's your experiment to test that sometimes objects outside might get more of the heat than other objects. So let's talk about this for a second, okay? Let's talk about the fact that if I had a t-shirt on that was gray or yellow, the sun is going to be warmer on something darker than something lighter. So my friends, I want you to do an experiment today. I want you to find 2 different colors of objects. Maybe in this case, maybe you have something light and something dark. Okay, the best is if you have something black and something white, because you're really going to feel the difference. You're going to put those objects out in the sun, maybe today, maybe tomorrow when it's sunny, maybe a few days from now. And I want you to give it some time. I want you to wait on it. And then I want you to go up to that objects that you put down in the sun. I want you to feel them. Oh, which one's warmer and which one's not so warm. And I want you to be able to share out, in this case for my kiddos, on Flipgrid. If you don't have Flipgrid, then your teacher will tell you what to use instead. I can't wait for you to tell me what happens when the sun heats something up. The sun gives us light. It also gives us heat, doesn't it? And so I also want you to see if you can recognize the seasons by playing a little boom card game. So before we go, I'm going to see if you can recognize the season with me today, okay? So are you ready to play a little game? Okay, here's our little game. Okay, all right, guess the season. You guess it? Winter. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to test you. All right, what do you see? Oh my goodness, look at those leaves. What is the season? Is it fall? Did you say fall? Good job. Another one. Oh man, it's super rainy during this season. When is it the rainiest? Here in Wisconsin, spring. And last but not least, my friends, look at that yummy ice cream cone. It's melting. In what season is it the warmest, when we're leaning the closest toward the sun? Did you say summer? You are doing a fabulous job. And if you'd like to play that game, I have the link for you too. I can't wait for you to share with me what you know about seasons. And if you even want to on your Flipgrid for me, tell me what your favorite season is and why. Mine, I'll tell you over in Flipgrid. Okay, friends? See you there.